What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, y'all? What's good? Back again. Another day. It's your boy, the Curtis York, man. And we are good. We are back again. It is Super Bowl Sunday. Shout out to everybody that watches the Super Bowl and all that good stuff. Um, the boy Usher put on the show, man. Shout out to the noobs. Shout out to the noobs. Shout out to the new. Hold on. I gotta fix my banner at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I gotta make sure that that is included. Man, yes, sir. I hope everyone had a good night, man. Yeah, man. I bet I had to fix that real quick. I was tripping, man. I had to fix that right fast. My guy, we got murder in the building. What's happening? Murder? What's going on? What's going on? We got my guy Rich in the building. Man, what a Super Bowl, y'all. This was definitely a good one, man. This was a good one, bruh. If y'all have not seen that Deadpool versus Wolverine trailer, you definitely gotta check it out. Man, that joint had me running around the crib, jumping around, screaming. Like, I'm excited, man. But this game was actually very, very good. It wa it was good. I was definitely it was one of those edge of the seat games, bruh. Disappointed, but no complaints. Listen, man, we you gotta put some respect on Patrick Mahomes' name, bruh. Like, he really put in work. Like, this game, just the time management, you know what I'm saying, keeping his composure, just the whole 9. My guy called me DW in the building. Congratulations, man. You had a big achievement not too long ago. We definitely proud of you, man. Shout out to my brother, call me DW, man. Um, but yeah, Patrick Mahomes put on the show tonight, y'all. Man, like, you know, I hate to put him in the conversation with Tom Brady, but obviously it's gonna happen. But if you look at, I would venture to say that Patrick Mahomes had more control over this game than Tom Brady. And the reason I say that is because Patrick Mahomes, moments of this game, Patrick Mahomes would take the ball and he would run it himself and get the first down. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady, he was more of a kind of he was more of the type of a leader who, he would if it got real, he was able to, put it in position as far as making the pass or, picking the right calls to facilitate to his other players. Patrick Mahomes literally took the game in his hands and put it on his back, and he was out there running the ball himself. Now, Tom wasn't gonna run no ball. Tom wasn't that fast. He was gonna get what he needed to get done, and you definitely got to put respect on his name. But you know, it was, but it was flashes. I wanna say it was the 4th quarter too, where, I was like, "Dag, he's actually out here looking like Lamar Jackson." He kinda took over in the 4th quarter too, and that's when you knew, um, he was on a different path. They did have his number, bro. Like, this was actually a game where I was like, these boys over at San Francisco might actually pull it off because Christian McCaffrey was going off. I can't think of the wide receiver's name right now, but he was actually going in too. So it was a really good game, man. This was a a really good Super Bowl to watch, man. I definitely enjoyed it thoroughly, but Patrick Mahomes really did put the game on his back, man. They had Kelsey kinda contained as well, he couldn't go off as much. And speaking of Travis Kelsey, dog, I don't know if it was as jarring for y'all as it was for me, but every time the Chiefs made a play and the screen went to Taylor Swift, it was just like, "Bruh." Like, it was weird, man. It was kinda jarring, to be honest, because it's like, you know, I get it, y'all wanna market, the relationship between Kelsey and Taylor Swift and all of that stuff, but, bro, we're watching football, dog. Like, it's just jarring, dog. Like, it just throws off the energy, bro. It's like, it wasn't it would be different if, they would show different celebrities every time it happened. Like they would show Jay-Z's reaction and Beyonce's reaction or, Post Malone's reaction or anybody else, bro. But it's like, hey, like we get it, bro. We get it. Like we know. And speaking of Jay-Z, did y'all see who Jay-Z was with? Obviously he was with Beyonce, so I'm not talking about her. But Jay-Z was chilling in the box with Jack Dorsey. For those of you who don't know who Jack Dorsey is, he was the founder of Twitter. So, it's interesting to see that like kinds tend to pair together because billionaires hang out with billionaires. And, it was a snapshot. It happened real fast. But for me, that just made my antenna go up because it's like, bro, Jay-Z don't even really hang around regular people no more, bro. It's like you see him, you see another billionaire, you see him, it's with Michael Rubin, the most times you'll see Jay-Z with other people, like artists and stuff, is a Rock Nation brunch, but that's his event that he puts on, you know. But it was really awkward. Like that was definitely something to kind of take notice of. I ain't gonna put my tinfoil hat on or nothing like that. But the Usher performance, how'd y'all feel about that? I know a lot of people were saying that it could have been better, or there was more that Usher could have done. And to that I'll say, what do we want for a Super Bowl performance, bro? Like Usher did an amazing job. Like, bruh, that was a really, really good show. Like, honestly, I'll put it up there. Like, Usher was definitely one of the best, bro. Like, you think about if you compare it to the one that Dr. Dre did, that was like so many different artists, you know? Let me see. My guy Rich said the more money you have, the smaller your circle becomes. Yeah, 100. LeBron was there. He was there with Mav. LeBron was there with the usual suspects, and it's just crazy, man. Because LeBron, when you see LeBron, you're gonna see his guys. It's gonna be Mav. It's gonna be Rich Paul. It's gonna be the usual. But Jay Z, now it's like you see him and you see other billionaires. But that Usher performance, man, like Usher has the internet in shambles again because he is a as who was as Charlie Murphy would call it, Usher is a habitual line stepper. He was all hugged up on Alicia Keys and whatnot, and the Twitter streets were having an uproar about it. Let me see. It was mediocre. I can't agree. Mind you, I'm a big Usher fan. Well, let me ask you, you're one of the people, bro. What could he have done? Like, what would you have liked to seen Usher do, bro? Usher performed a lot of the hits. He performed songs I didn't even expect him to perform. Because when they do the Super Bowl playlist or they do like the concert playlist and stuff, they throw extra songs on there sometimes just to make it seem the set list may be different. They may change it up a little bit, but he stuck true to it, bro. It's like Usher performed nice and slow at the Super Bowl, bruh. That is so crazy. Usher performed Superstar at the Super Bowl, dog. It's like I gotta know, man. What did we want? What do we want Usher to do, bro? Like did we want him to stand there for 3 minutes like Michael Jackson did? Like, he had on the glove, you know what I'm saying? He had on the shiny suit. He changed clubs like clothes. So what do we need, bruh? Murder, you gotta let me know, man. What do we want from Usher, bruh? What would have made this Usher performance amazing for you? I gotta know, bruh. Imma give you the floor, dog. I need to know, man. And for me, I ain't even gonna lie, I'm biased, bruh. Once I saw him bring out my frat brothers, I'm like, "Alright, you got it, dog. You got it, bruh." Once I saw my frat brothers with the canes in the back, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sold. You got me. You win, Usher." Jackson, bro, and it's like a bit less dancing and a better overall vocal performance. They messed up his mic multiple times, so that threw off the vibe to start. So we're gonna fault Usher for the mic. Come on now. Oh man, come on, man. A bit less dancing. It's the Super Bowl, which I think is the epitome of the best performance. Michael Jackson. If you look at Michael Jackson, the vocal performance wasn't that great. He was. It wasn't the best vocal perform. It wasn't Michael Jackson's best vocal performance. You know, at times it was like because he started off. Let me think. What was the song he started off with? I think it was Bad. Let me pull it up real quick. I'm not gonna get a copyright strike, so I'm gonna look at it. But you know what I'm saying? The vocal performance that Michael Jackson gave during that Super Bowl, it wasn't amazing. It was great, but he was dancing, it was Jam. Like Jam, he barely even sung Jam. It was mostly dancing for the Jam portion. And then you gotta remember he stood still for 3 minutes, which, Michael Jackson performance there wasn't amazing because he was dancing. And it wasn't like he just ripped off his clothes. He actually went and changed clothes while everything was going on. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like, if we gonna blame the mic and again, going back to that Michael Jackson, I would play it, man, but I ain't trying to go down that road again. But if you watch it, you'll see, you know, I ain't gonna do it. I want to do it so bad. No, it wasn't his best vocal performance, number one. It wasn't, he was singing, don't get me wrong. Wasn't lip syncing or anything like that. But Billie Jean, it was mostly dancing. He hit you know what I'm saying, the Michael Jackson bop, popped it on the right, walked to the other side, bop, popped it, did the kick, like mostly dancing, it's Michael Jackson. It's like I feel like as long as we compare any performance to the ghost of Michael Jackson, then there'll never be a better performance. It's kind of like, the ghost of Michael Jordan, where, nobody can ever really flourish or shine because of Michael Jordan. There'll never be a GOAT outside of Michael Jordan. That's what I'm saying. Usher can dance, no hate, but his singing is what I enjoy the most. Okay. So if Usher sat there and focused more on the singing than the dancing, would you have enjoyed it better? You didn't mention MJ. No, I'm not. See, for you, I was asking a specific question, but when I referenced Michael, it was mostly to everybody else. Because when you look at the comments and you look at the streets, the first thing that people bring up is Michael Jackson. Um, so to be fair, I probably should have added that in, but it's like, so okay, let's do this then. So if you didn't mention MJ to be fair, so who would you consider to be the best Super Bowl performance? Like, what's the bar for you if this wasn't the bet? Like, I'm just trying to get a range here. 100% would have enjoyed it more. Okay, I get it. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I can understand that. So yeah, for you, if you like a singing version of Usher better, you like his voice more than his dancing, then I 100% understand why you said what you said. That makes sense. The theatricals and the extra, that wasn't what you really wanted to see because you're a singer fan of Usher. Like I think that the Weeknd's performance was amazing. Like that when he was running around trying to figure out his way and everything, like that was an epic Super Bowl show. But it's like, Janet Jackson and Timberlake, oh, you just a nasty old man. I know why you said that, Rich. Rich, you ain't low, man. I know exactly why you said that. Nah, but that was a really good show. It was good. It's kind of that one's kind of fuzzy to me. I think Beyonce did amazing too. There's a lot of it was a breathtaking video. See, Rich, the dirty old man in the room, but he make the dirty old jokes like, "Oh yeah, man, that that Janet Jackson show was amazing." It was. it was breathtaking. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That wasn't fair because I should have figured that every man would automatically say the Janet Jackson joint. And I mean, hey, hey, bro, I remember it was so crazy because I was in, bro. Like, and we were watching it at my mom's crib in the den. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when it happened and it came out, I looked and then I immediately looked over at my mom and she looked over at me and she tried to cover my eyes, but it's like, nah, you ain't covering my eyes. Like, no, I'm gonna have to take this one, bro. Like, I'm, you're not covering my eyes from this one, dog. Cause like when you were young, I don't know. Some of y'all might not be old enough. I know, as parents, we kind of let the filter down a little bit. But I remember when I was young and I would go to the movies, or if we were watching a movie with my mom, you know what I'm saying, she would cover my eyes when it was a adult themed scene. You know what I'm saying, but I was at the age where I was old enough when that titty popped out, I was like, "No, mom, if you gonna pop me or whatever you gonna do, you just gonna have to do it because I am watching this." Like, no, and it was live, it was real time, and everybody was confused. Like, I remember it like it was yesterday. Everybody was confused. Like, yo, was this a part of the show, and they just thought that they were gonna get it off, or did this actually happen? Like, is this for real? And then like it was like the little nipple rings. So not the nipple ring, but the little nipple cover. So it was like, yo, this had to be for real because it was out. But then the shock on her face looked so genuine, bro. So it was like, bro, what is going on here? Like, but man, that was one. And then I was young enough to where, seeing something like that was imprinted on my brain forever. Cause it's like, it's my first time seeing a real titty like that. Like, I was a kid. Let me see, what year was that? Yeah, I was a child, man. Like that was woof, man. What year was that, bruh? I'm trying to see how old I was. But yeah, man, that was a real one, man. Shout out to Janet Jackson for that, man. Yeah, bro, man, that was that was 2004. 2004. Yeah, that was 2004. So 2004, that was February 2004. So I was in that would have been 2003, 2004. So I was in the 5th grade. Was in the 5th grade, bruh. Yeah. 2003, 2004, 2004, 2005. I would have been in the 6th grade. No, 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 no. Yeah. Anyways, I was young enough and innocent enough to where when I saw that, it was crazy, bro. It was very, very, very. It left an imprint on my mind, man. Like, so shout out to Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake for that, bruh. Like, yeah, that was a Super Bowl for you, man. Um, you might have to say Prince was your favorite. Okay, that's respectable. You know, um, and it's so crazy because Prince, like, if you follow Prince and it was kind of risky for Prince to go out there in the Super Bowl because I think the year after Janet, they had Paul McCartney because Paul McCartney was very safe. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't too much that was gonna go wrong with that. If I remember correctly, it was Paul McCartney. But yeah, man, that doggone yeah, it was Paul McCartney. Because it was like, Paul McCartney ain't gonna do nothing wild. He was old and you know what I'm saying, bruh? Like they went Janet Jackson and Timberlake. They was like, "Yo, we just gonna do Paul McCartney." So doing Prince, bruh, was kind of wild because Prince was like when they pulled Prince out, you knew they were kind of turning back up because Prince is a wild dude, and it could have really went wow. It could have really went left because you know Prince was known for doing concerts and not performing any of his hits. He would just perform what he felt like. So, you didn't really know what you were going to get. And it was 2007. So, it was. It was dope, man. Prince, he actually performed his hits, and he finished off with Purple Rain. So yeah, Prince, and then Prince was playing the guitar too. So yeah, man, I could definitely understand that. Prince was Prince was a good one. Let me see who else. I'll tell you what. Let me look up the halftime shows. Yeah, and Murder, correct me if I'm wrong because you said it was your favorite, so you would know. Um, Prince's performance, it was more musically inclined. Like it was focused on him and the guitar, and it didn't have all of the theatrical elements. And I'm a theatrical guy, so when the weekend had all the people running out with the masks and stuff, I thought that that was super dope. And he was still singing. The performance was on point. Let me share. Let's look at these performances. We can do so I'm looking up the history of the halftime shows, and what I'm seeing is they had in the 60s, they had Grambling State University there, which is actually pretty dope, which is a HBCU, of course. They came back again the next year in 68. Then the Miami Orange Bowl, they had Florida A&M. That is lit. Um, Southern University. That's dope. 72, they had Ella Fitzgerald. Is that right? Performers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they had Ella Fitzgerald. That's crazy. Grambling State came back again in 75. Walt Disney put on the show. That's dope. Um, Ken Hamilton. Okay. Grambling State came back again. Dang, that's crazy. Southern University. I might have to research that. I had no idea that HBCUs were so entrenched in the history of the Super Bowl like that. That's crazy. Um, Salute to the Motown, 80s. Okay. Collider, Super Scope, Super Drill Team, Florida State. They went back to Disney. All of this is before all my time, before my time, obviously. So this is like new information to me. Because the fact that Grambling State was so heavily involved in the Super Bowl is like, wow. 1988, they had Chubby Checker out there, the Rockettes. Okay. Elvis Presto. 1989. Wow. Okay. So they had Disney back out there again. Um, and New Kids on the Block. Okay. 91. Shout out to that. 92, you had Gloria Estefan, Olympic figure skaters, and members of the hockey team. Okay. 1993, you already know what this was. You know, you already know. But look at the set. Jam, he came out. I think it's disrespectful to not put up here the fact that he stood still for 3 minutes because that was crazy, bro. Like, he just stood there, dog. And, if y'all know Michael Jackson, y'all know how detail oriented he can be. So like when he took off the glasses, that's when the guy on the back of the guitar just started going in. It's like he had cues and like little signals to let people know. So that was lit, man. Prince for the vocal, and I like The Weeknd for the wildest performance. Okay, fair. Well, if you say wildest performance, dog, you can't compare The Weeknd to a titty. Like, the titty was the wildest performance. You know what I'm saying? Like that titty, bruh. Like we can't ignore the titty, dog. Let me see. 1994, Atlanta, Clint Black, Tanya Tucker, Travis Tritt, and the Judds. 95, Patti LaBelle. 96, Diana Ross. Damn, Diana Ross was knocking out. Whoosh. Diana Ross went in, bruh. I gotta go watch this one. Like she really went off. 96. I don't remember this one, but she performed some hits, bruh. Wow. Okay. That titty was no that titty was no joke. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like we can't Nah, the titty was just a crazy moment. Like the timer was so wild because he said, I bet I have you naked by the end of this song, and then boom. All right, 1997 was the Blues Brothers Bash. James Brown. Pretty cool. Salute to Motown's 40th anniversary. Temptation. Let me see. This Super Bowl, I like to act like I don't remember because we freaking made it all the way there. So I'm a Falcons fan, for those of you who don't know. And I stayed up all night because I just knew we were going to beat the Broncos. And at the time, I didn't understand how good the Broncos were. I just remember that we wasn't supposed to beat the Vikings that year. And I'll never forget it. We were never supposed to beat the Vikings. And I was at my uncle's house during that game. It was the NFC conference. It was the conference finals, and we beat the Vikings. And I was like, "Yo, if we beat the Vikings, and everybody thought that we couldn't beat the Vikings, then we're definitely gonna beat the Broncos." But damn, Terrell Davis and freaking John Elway had something else to say about that. So, that's a sore spot for me, man. They really and being a Falcons fan is rough, dog, because we only made it to the Super Bowl twice and we both lost twice. And they were both like very bad losses. So, for me, man, it's I don't like to think about that one, but whatever. So 2000. A lot of they used to come on ABC, so that would make sense. Um, MTV took over in 2001. Aerosmith, NSYNC, Britney Spears, Mary J. Blige. Okay, so Justin Timberlake performed twice. One with NSYNC, 2002, September 11th tribute. U2, 23, 2003, Shania Twain, and No Doubt, Sting. Uh-oh, this is that one. 2004, that's when it went up, y'all. Janet Jack and it's so crazy, bro, because nobody remembers P. Diddy, Nelly, Kid Rock, or Jessica Simpson. Whenever anybody thinks about that Super Bowl, all you remember Justin Timberlake, bro. It is crazy, bro. Like, you had a whole show. Like, bro. Yeah, Diddy out there, which I'm pretty sure they're probably trying to distance themselves from him right now anyway. But you know what I'm saying? Like they had a whole lineup, bruh. And the only thing people really remember, like, bruh, I couldn't name a Jessica Simpson song to save my life anyway. So, there's that. But bruh, okay. And then, like I said, the next year they did the exact opposite. They went on the opposite end of the spectrum because Paul McCartney wasn't going to do nothing wild. And then the Rolling Stones, they that was an interesting choice because Well, I guess they were older too at the time. Then you got Prince. Prince went off. That's fair. If somebody says that Prince was their greatest show, I could definitely understand that. You know, Tom Petty and them. Now I like Free Falling. Don't get it twisted. Free Falling is a beautiful song, bruh. Like, hey, I forgot that. Oh, shout out to Superfly Kicks. Yeah, that's your team, right? Yeah, yeah, man. Congratulations. Uh, I like Free Falling, so you know, shout out to Tom Petty, man. Bruce Springsteen, the boss, bruh. The boss. He didn't perform Born in the USA? That's crazy. That's a layup. Born to Rhyme. Is that it? Hmm. That's interesting. Let me see. The Who. Bruh. Baba O'Reilly is my joint. So I rock with the Who. Black Eyed Peas. Oh, Usher performed before too. Damn, I'm tripping. What song did Usher? Oh my god. 2011. Oh, nice. So they had a repeat. Shout out to Usher, man. Usher brought the A Town to the world. Come on now. Yeah, man. Man. Usher brought, yeah, man. Come on now. My cousin played for your baseball team. Man, listen. That's about the only thing that we got to be proud of in Atlanta, man. It sucks. It sucks to be an Atlanta fan, dog. Like the Hawks, we already know if we do make it to the playoffs, we ain't gonna get that far. So we never really get our hopes up that high. Um, like the best thing about being Atlanta fans is you have moments. Like you have moments. Like for us, when Trey went to New York and he did his thing in the garden, like that's like us winning the championship, bro. Because that's our moment, bro. We know that that's what we gonna have. The Braves are like the only team that we know that has the potential to actually go all the way and consistently. I don't think enough people put respect on the Braves dynasty, bro, because we're consistently gonna either get there or get almost there. Like we're always a threat. You can never count out the Braves. The freaking Falcons, man, like I don't know. Um, being a Falcons fan is hard, bro. It's like I pick on people for being Cowboys fans, but at least the Cowboys act like they might get to the playoffs or they might actually get there and, not do something. But us, bro, we'll get all the way to the finish line and choke. Like, honestly, I think we're on the same level as the Cleveland Browns. Like, we're just a bad team. But you can't even say that anymore because the Cleveland Browns are a good team. So it's like, I don't know, man. We have moments. Like Michael Vick, that was a moment in time. You know what I'm saying? What you call it? Ice Tray, not Ice Tray. Matty Ice, that was a moment in time, man. But we can never really fly cheese. He turned the whole world into the 8 and 8 to fly away. Yeah, man. Usher put on the show, bruh. Definitely put on the show. Hey, if you wearing anything red, yellow, and white, you're a winner in my book. FYI, super flute. Hey, that makes sense, bruh. That makes sense, man. Uh, good old priest, man. Good old priest. And then Priest Holmes, you gotta remember Priest Holmes, legend, man. Priest Holmes, a legend, bruh. Priest Holmes was special, dog. That man was different, bruh. Priest Holmes was nice. So yeah, who else did we have? Black Eyed Peas, Madonna. They went in for Madonna. Cirque du Soleil, Nicki Minaj, MIA, CeeLo Green, a lot of different bands. Okay. Mm, Beyonce, Beyonce went off. Beyonce is definitely up there for sure, and that's not even close. Um, Bruno Mars, Bruno Mars, Bruno Mars had a good halftime show too. I'm tripping. Mahomes a dog, real chief. He did what winners do. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Mahomes took that game over, bruh. Like he was tucking the ball and running, sliding, doing whatever it took. Like, I was saying during the game, it was like, yo, he's out here looking like Lamar. Like he's just gonna do it himself if he has to, bruh. Like that's the type of person that you want on your teams. Like, if y'all slipping, y'all not doing what y'all need to do, then I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna put y'all on my back and we gonna figure it out, bro. Like, that's commendable. He really does have that dog in him, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's one of those ones that, you can tell he's a master of the game. Um, it was a specific play, like on that last drive when they were blitzing him. And it was like, yo, why are y'all blitzing Patrick Mahomes? He threw the little short pass and it would have went for a touchdown, but they did keep one guy back and he caught him. And so it was like, bruh, like he really did put it in that work, man. Like that's what I was saying earlier. Like you definitely got to give him his credit on that, bro. Like it wasn't even close. Like he really willed that team into, you know, getting across that finish line. And that's the thing, man. You can tell people who are just natural born leaders, bro. Like if you look on that show Quarterbacks on Netflix, and I remember me and my wife were laughing about it because he got hurt. And I don't remember what game it was, but he got hurt and he was hurt. And, coach was like, yo, you got to sit out. And he was begging to get back in the game. But it's like, oh, you might have a concussion. You might need to lay low. But he was like, no, I got to get back in this game because, that's how you know it's just like different calibers of leaders, dog, who will go above and beyond. They'll go above personal injury. They'll do whatever they have to do and even put the game on their back. Like, if you saw that game, like, there's no way you can deny it. Like, they had him in the first three quarters, and it was like, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna just have to do what I had to do. And, he changed the momentum and he really took shifts, and I just gotta get a man his flowers, bro. Like, he really went in. Like, it was a good game to watch, dog. It was really just seeing a master at work, just dictate his craft and, just step up, bruh. But yeah, that Bruno Mars performance is definitely up there too. I gotta give him his credit, bro. Bruno Mars went off. Um, Katy Perry, it was pretty good. I think everybody was tired of hearing "Firework" though, cause that song they ran that song in the ground, bruh. Let me see, Coldplay, Bruno Mars, and Beyonce came back out. That was a good show. Coldplay was nice. Um, Lady Gaga, mm, Justin Timberlake came back. Mm, I didn't like the Justin Timberlake one because that man made it very clear that he did not want to be recorded. When he was gone, he was gone. And Mahomes is really good, but they had him in check 90% of the game. Chiefs defense won that game, and I give them mad props for it. Well, won that game. I'm gonna tell y'all what it was. Number one, when they didn't get that field goal and that lowered the score, that definitely hurt San Fran because San Fran was going in the first 75% of the game. But when they doggone didn't get that field goal and that extra point, that hurt. And then the other thing that hurt them was that turnover when old boy messed up that punt. If they didn't do that, they wouldn't have had that field position and they probably wouldn't have got that second touchdown. So, that definitely played a factor in it. But even still, you can't take away the fact that Patrick Mahomes was a general, bruh. Like he really put that team on his back and he did what he needed to do. Like again, I hate giving one person the glory and the credit because I feel like, everything is a team sport and, especially sports like that. But, he really did put that team on his back, bro. Like those two plays specifically definitely turned the tide when they didn't get that field goal and when that punt got messed up and they ended up getting that great field position and it turned into a touchdown. But Patrick Mahomes still got that touchdown. So, it goes both ways because he easily could have, had that great field position and it could have been a turnover. Because again, to what you said, murder, like the whole majority of the game for the most part, they had him on lockdown. He couldn't pass, he couldn't really run like that. So, and they had great position numerous times. And if you don't, you a mother freaking hater, go wash your effing hand. My boy Superfly is on tonight. Timberlake ain't nothing without that titty. Whole first half. That's accurate. And don't forget that huge stop in overtime to hold the Niners to 3. Yeah. I mean, let me see. Atlanta, they had Maroon 5, Travis Scott, Big Boy. I remember that one. Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, J Balvin. This was the Jay-Z one. The Weekend. Weekend went off, man. Hey, Weekend went off, bruh. Uh, Dr. Dre and that was a good one. They won a Emmy for that too. Rihanna, that was last year, right? Yeah, that was Rihanna. She showed off the baby bump, and then Usher. Yeah, man. But yeah, bruh. I mean, you got to give Mahomes his credit, bruh. Yeah, exactly. Like he was really a general, bruh. He put that team on his back, and I mean, I ain't no way around it, dog. He really put that team on his back and he carried them and he did what needed to be done. And you just got to get a man his credit, bruh. Like he did it, dog. I don't know what else to say. Like that was one of those moments, where you look back and it's like, man, I can't believe I'm actually seeing this in real time because he really did put in that work. Like, and there's no way around it. There's no way to sugarcoat it. There's no way to, dim his star. Like, yeah, those other plays definitely mattered, but him managing the clock, like there's so many different factors that were going on at the same time. Like he was managing the clock. He was trying to make sure that everybody else kept their composure. You know what I'm saying? He was setting the plays. He was setting the tone. Even like, when because they could have won the game earlier, to be honest. But in the fourth quarter, when he threw out. I don't remember the guy's name, but Rice was wide open in the middle, and had he thrown it to Rice, it wouldn't have been no overtime. But because Rice was wide open, he had a clear lane to the touchdown. But he ended up throwing it to the far left side, and it didn't work out. But it would have been a touchdown if he caught it. But there was just too much coverage on that side, so it didn't work out. So he kept his composure, bruh. Like, most people after that play, they probably would have got discouraged or they would have got stressed out or frustrated. If you looked on the sideline, you saw Travis Kelsey was getting upset with Andy Reid at one point in the game. So, it's like all of these different things are going on. Everybody's talking about goddamn Taylor Swift that don't have nothing to do with the game. So you got all this stuff going on at one time, and he's still just focused, one track mind, tunnel vision. Like, yo, whatever I need to do, Imma get it. MVP. Yeah, after that field goal, it was a wrap. You can't give Mahomes the ball on the last drive with an opportunity to win. It's over at that point. Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like the clock management, the play calling. Like, bruh, it was like they basically gave him that game, dog. Like he that was just pure generalship right there, dog. Like I don't even know how else to describe it, but just him keeping his composure and having a clear plan and just moving the ball enough down the field, patient enough, because he could have tried to get greedy and threw it far down there and got an interception. Like that's what everybody was thinking was going to happen. Like it was, man, like that was good football, bro. I don't even know what else how else to say it, but he really put that team on his back, bro. Like I'm thinking even the Tom Brady wins where it's like, Tom was going to throw it far enough to get a kick. He was going to short pass you to death, move the change. But Patrick Mahomes, he was fully engaged. He was running the ball like he was making moves. I don't know how he put the team on his back, bruh. Like, that's it, dog. He put that team on his back, man. And like, you got to be honest. Those wide receivers, it's not like he has all-star wide receivers anymore. Like, he put that team on his back, bro. He earned that, dog. Like, gotta give him his flowers. But Superfly, man, did you see that Deadpool trailer? Well, y'all as geeked as I was, bruh. When Wolverine, that last so I was excited when I saw that they had the TVA because 3 Super Bowls with this young man, it's legendary. I'm sorry. FYI, I don't have an NFL team. I play with them on Madden because they had the same colors as me. I gotta come in one of your gaming streams, man. I haven't seen one yet. I definitely want to get some support over there, the SFK Gaming channel. I need to see that, man. I'm gonna have to I might have to turn on the notification bell so I can catch one. I definitely want to watch one, see what your Madden game look like. My son plays Madden. My oldest son, Coy, he plays Madden, and he plays on the what's it, rookie? He plays on the easiest mode, and he goes up. He be running up the score, and I'm like, son, that don't really count. But I don't want to crush his dreams. I'm like, keep going, good job. But like, like, like he'll put all his players on 99 and beat up on a computer or like rookie mode. But I'm like, hey man, go for it. Oh, 100. He was too smart to make that same mistake again with the game on the line. Right, right, right. So yeah, man. That Wiki commercial was interesting to me, aka Wizard of Oz. When I saw the trailer at first, I was like, yo, man, I know they're not bringing the Wizard of Oz back again. Like they just like how many times can you remake the same movie? But I guess with it being Wicked, it's more focused on the play. I never saw the actual Wicked play. I meant to see it when it came to Charlotte, but I didn't, and I just got to use the same excuse I always use. I got 3 kids, so at the time we didn't have babysitters like that. We didn't have our nanny that we have now, so I wasn't able to go. But I definitely want to see it. But yeah, man, that doggone Deadpool up and down. Like I was excited because I feel like Marvel is admitting that the MCU right now is horrible and they need to do a reset. And I'm thinking that they're probably gonna go with the Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe storyline, just based off of what I'm seeing because they brought the TVA back in. And if you watch the season 2 of Loki, or if you watch season 1 of Loki, then you know what the TVA is. Or if you read the comics, you know what the TVA is and you know what they do. So I think that they're gonna try to do a hard reset, and then with this, they're gonna find a way to break everything open, and then we'll get more X-Men, and it'll probably lead into the Fantastic Four, which we already had Reed Richards around, so it'll be definitely interesting to see how they play it off. I noticed that they had the 20th Century Fox, and Deadpool was doing some running the gun and right in front of it, but I'm interested, man, because there's so many different ways they could go with that movie. I just really, really, really hope that they don't mess it up because the MCU needs a win right now. Like the last few outings that they had just wasn't really hitting, man. And it's hard to be an MCU fan when the content isn't good. Like I can't defend it. It's I need this to be good, man. I need them to come through on this one, man. 'cause right now it's not hitting. Um, but I'm about to go. But before I go, one more thing. Tomorrow, your guy, James Whitner is having an event here in Charlotte. It's supposed to be like a networking event. I'm going. I should have hit up Norm. I hope it's not too late. I'm gonna hit up Norman Nation to see if he's going as well. But it's a Who's Next event in Charlotte, and it's supposed to be pretty active, man. So I'm definitely excited about that. Me and the wife are going. I already checked in with the nanny, and she's gonna. Let me see if I can pull up the details real quick. Future forward city tour. I'm definitely excited to see what's in store. Future forward. Who's next to city tour? See if I can show you. As a matter of fact, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Interested to see what we got going on. Future tour and future popped up. Not that future. Uh, let me see. Whitaker Group. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on. I would love to interact with some of the other creatives here in Charlotte. See what they got going on. Cause y'all, man, I gotta shout out Yorktown, bro. Like we are really knocking on the door to 500 subscribers, man. And it's a beautiful thing. I often say, man, like for me, it's hard. Like I know, and I've been telling people this for the long. Channel will grow a lot faster, but I have a very hard time putting myself in the box. And it worked out for me because when I lost my job, we had to cut back. So for me to just be buying sneakers at the way that I was doing it before, it just really wouldn't make sense. So I knew that if I just only focused on that type of content later on, it would bite me. And so my plan was always to try to focus more so on, just building a clientele and a fan base, and with the understanding that it would take longer, because every time I look at my videos, I know the videos that rank the highest are unboxings, whether it was my sneakers or the Louis Vuitton shades, or if I just did constant parenting videos. And I made a choice, and I said I want to focus more so on just you know lifestyle and just talking about various topics rather than niching down, even if it took longer. And so there's definitely times where I'm like, man, let me holler at somebody and borrow their shoes and do unboxings and do all that. But I decided that I'm just going to grind through it, dog. Hey, shout out to Superfly Cakes, man. Real, like, and it's been crazy. Like on this journey, I've met so many supportive people and so many, helpful people. Cause Superfly has like at this point, what, 30,000 subscribers, 25,000, like way more subscribers, like double digits, you know what I'm saying? And he don't have to be in here, man. There's so many other things that he could be doing. But, he's in here and he drops game and gives advice. And, one time he was like, yo, man, you need to step up your energy, man. It's like you going to sleep over there. And I'm like, I hear you, big dog, loud and clear, man. So, I say that to say I met a lot of really cool people, man. And I'm really enjoying the experience. It's a beautiful thing. Just doing this YouTube thing. a lot of people think about the money and, you know what I'm saying, the advertisements and all that other stuff. And it's cool, I know there's whole other aspects of being a creator that, I think aren't appreciated, man. Like I get to have cool conversation with people from everywhere, bro. Like, my guy Rich Burns, truck driver, international. Well, not international. International information because he was talking about China the other day. Just really cool people from across the globe, man. New Year's Day, we had the music thing, and we were talking to some guy all the way from UK, man. I think Murder, you were here that night when the UK dude came on, and we were talking about music and stuff. And then G Fish came on, and we had that music battle. Like, bruh, like stuff like that, man, is just priceless, dog. So there's so much more to doing this thing than, just getting the bag. And again, don't get it twisted. Like when the opportunity presents itself and I get the opportunity to get the bag, I'm gonna take the bag. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get there when it's time, man. And I'm really falling in love with the journey, which again, it's one of those things that until you're actually in it, it sounds crazy because people thought the journey, like, what is that? Like, no, we want the bag. But the, the journey actually is cool, man. Like, I can't tell y'all how many times a bad day, or it's been days that I'm dog tired, but it's like, I know if I go live, somebody might pop in and we'll have a really good conversation, and who knows where it goes, man, and that type of stuff, man, I can't even put it into words how refreshing it is, bro. Just coming up in here acting a fool, laughing, and just I don't know, man, it's a beautiful thing. So here's the event, Future Forward, Who's Next, Charlotte. Um, it's gonna be at Social Status, hosted by James Whitaker, owner and founder of the Whitaker Group, and it's gonna be interesting because James has all that other now, so he's dealing with it. I think that the way that he handled the release of the files was pretty good. He realized um so for those of you who don't know, there was some issues with the shipping and whatnot. And he put out an email and a update on Instagram basically explaining what happened and the steps that he put in place to try to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And I thought that that was a master class on how to take accountability, accept mistakes, and then come up with an improvement plan. Because number one, in the message, he stated what the issue was. Number two, he stated, he expressed his concerns and he expressed, his apologies and empathy for the people that went through it. And then he expressed, the changes that he was going to make sure that those things don't happen again. And I thought that that was really dope. I've been following James Whitaker for a while, just his business moves. And really what caught my attention with him i- is his real estate ventures because he often talks about how you got to start with real estate first, and then he took that money and invested into the clothes and everything. And I do my thing in real estate as well, which actually is funny. Me and the wife are looking at apartment buildings today. My next goal, and it sounds crazy because I've um I've been going through a mental block myself. Transition that I'm going through was like I've been saying for the longest that I wanted to be a developer, but I started telling myself that no, I don't want to be a developer. I am a developer. And sometimes when you say little things like that to your brain, it totally shifts your whole mindset. So, I started saying I don't want to be a developer. I am a developer. And I started thinking about, well, if I am a developer, what does a developer do all day? And today, me and my wife went riding around looking for apartments, and I'm in the process of trying to buy an apartment building, y'all. Like, it is so crazy because it's a journey, man. That in itself is a journey, and of course, Imma take y'all with me, and Imma document as much as I can without, you know, stepping on any confidentialities or anything like that, but, just the process of and I gotta give YouTube credit for that too, because it's like, when you ask for stuff, you have to be prepared and understand that you're gonna get it, but it's gonna come in ways that you don't expect. Like, I always tell people that, I was saying I wanted more time, I wanted more time, I wanted more time. But then it's like you're gonna lose your job and you're gonna get so much time that you're not even gonna know what to do with yourself. And that led into me focusing on YouTube more, thinking about the content, thinking about the editing and the quality. And, you know, even with that, it was like, all right, you said you wanted to be a developer, so what are you doing? And, like I said, we're looking at apartment complexes now, trying to figure out, how we're gonna buy one and then after we buy it, the rehab and the whole nine. So it's a journey, man. We definitely have a lot of big things in store. I definitely appreciate everybody that's been rocking with Yorktown, man, on this journey, bruh. Like I'm telling y'all, it's crazy. When I first decided that I was going to start taking it seriously again, I didn't even have 100 followers. Now we right on 500's door. So I appreciate y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, like I went on that long rant just to say that I appreciate all of y'all, man. Everybody that comes in here, everybody that stops by and checks us out, man. We definitely appreciate y'all over here at Yorktown. But I'm gonna go ahead on and sign out. I'm taking y'all with me tomorrow. I'm gonna record everything that I can. Hopefully it's recorder friendly and whatnot. I'm gonna make sure I get some good footage, and then we're gonna come back and talk about it. So I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, man. We same time, same place, and we out. Appreciate y'all for stopping by.